In the previous videos, we learned what exactly is TypeScript and how we can set up an environment for TypeScript. And now in this video, we are going to learn about the types that are available inside JavaScript. Now, if you guys don't know, then inside JavaScript, there are two kind of data, and that are primitive types and object types. And if you want to know what exactly primitive types is, then you can visit this link. If you want to know more about these things, this is the MDN link. You can come here and read. But the main thing is that in JavaScript, a primitive type is a data that is not an object and has no methods or properties. There are 7 primitive data types: string, number, begin, boolean, undefined, symbol, and null. And according to the TypeScript documentation, if I go to this link, everyday types, then these are the commonly used primitive types inside JavaScript: string, number, and a boolean. And we already know that strings are those where we use the single or double quote and add these characters inside here and create these strings, and numbers are integers like these, and boolean, this is just true and false. And here it says the main thing here that will confuse you is that is not an object and has no methods or properties. And here we have this string, right? So how can this string be primitive? Because inside string we have a lot of things. Like if I go to this username, and if I type this username, then here we have a lot of methods and properties that we can use inside this string. Like we can use the to uppercase or to lowercase, or we can use the substring method, and we can do a bunch of other things inside this string. But the main thing is, let me copy this thing, and we are going to open the console so that we can see it with example. Now here I'm going to declare this username, okay, and or let me use this let here instead of this const. Now here we have this username John, and if I want to, I can use this username dot to uppercase. And now if I do it like this, then here we have this John, and we have this new value with uppercase, but the actual value of this string isn't changed, right? And that's what it means. Now how all these things are happening, like how we can use these two uppercase inside this string and how this value is not changed. And if you want to dive deep in these things, then this is the great link that you can go through all these things, or you can visit one more link here. Let me show you that. Here we have this JavaScript data structure and all these kind of things. You can go through all these things if you want to dive deep in these things. And the reason that we are not going to dive in these things is that we don't need to dive in these things. We can simply cover everything inside TypeScript, okay? We don't have to dive in these things. The main thing is that inside here we'll have these primitive types and object types, and in the upcoming videos we'll see how we can declare our variables and objects with all these types that are mentioned here, and we'll see how we can write a better JavaScript code with the type annotation inside this TypeScript.